Right here in the center. Left.
Smile. Thank you.
Right here. Right here. The deck right here.
I'm Tatti Ribeiro. We're at the world premiere of my film Valentina at the Mill Valley Film Festival. I won the Mind the Gap Creation Prize, which is given to like a first or second time female filmmaker, I think. Comes with a little check, which is nice because there's no other checks involved in independent film. And so, yeah, it's just been really nice. They've been so lovely to me here, and they didn't know I was from here. And when they called and told me, I was like, that's great, my whole family can come. They were like, what do you mean? And I was like, they live down the street, like I grew up here. So it's just so nice. It's just like, it's easy. And I don't know that many other festivals where literally my whole family could like be there. They were all at this lunch today, and it's like a family movie. Kayla's here with her family. It's like, you know, it's overwhelming in a lot of ways, but exciting at the same time.
What a great start. That's fantastic. Give me your background. Where'd you go to school? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Mill Valley. My mom lived in Stinson, so I was back and forth over the hill every day. I went to Tam High. I loved growing up here. I went to Edna McGuire. I went to St. Hilary's. I went to a couple of middle schools, and then I was at Tam. And I had the idea for this movie, and I knew it would be pretty difficult to cast. They need to be funny, able to improvise, fully bilingual, understand the vibe. A lot of this movie feels like it's about my dad. It feels like it's about her dad. It feels about any sort of foreign immigrant dad, which is like the most American thing ever, really. And I was watching Curb, and I saw her on Curb and was sort of out of body with laughter. I loved her. And then I stalked her basically, and cold emailed her manager and called her agents and just was really trying to get a meeting. And I got one, and we met, and it was just immediate friends, and we spent a year reworking everything to her. And then I met her family, and they became a part of the movie. They're in the movie. It's just lovely. And she's way nicer than me, and way kinder and gentler than me. And so everyone's responses to her was just so nice. Things scenes where I thought there would be tension and drama, people were just so loving and kind towards her, and it ended up making really an earnest film that is probably more earnest than I am, honestly. She just brings out a really lovely side of people, and people in El Paso are generally nice anyway, but yeah. Jessica Alba, she is so fucking cool for coming on. We finished the movie and had applied to these festivals, and a friend of mine was like, can I send this to some people I know? And they sent it to Jessica and her exec Tracy Nyberg, who's here somewhere. And they called me and they were like, can you come over for lunch and talk about this, and how can we help? And obviously somebody of her sort of size and involvement in Latin culture and Latino arts and Hollywood and all of that is here she comes, is so great. And I think she didn't need to get involved in such a tiny film. It's really small. We made it with 10 people. And I just think it speaks to her taste and how cool she is, that she wanted to, participate in this and just help us get it into the world, really.
I'm Keyla Monterrosa Mejia, and we're at the Mill Valley Film Festival for the world premiere of Valentina.
Fantastic. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. This is I've never done anything like this. I've never had a world premiere or something in this way, so it's really, really exciting.
How did you get connected with the story and the director?
It's a really funny story, actually. I had come off doing Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is, I would say, maybe 90% improv. And so I remember I got a call from my manager, and she was like, there's this movie that somebody sent over, and I can't really explain it to you even if I tried. You kind of just have to meet the director, right? And I'm like, okay, sure. So I go, and she explains to me this beautifully, wonderfully chaotic film that is mostly improv. And so that's how sort of she found me, and this thing came about at a pho restaurant that we went to.
Fantastic. And how's it feel to be here with your family? And I heard your family got in the film. Tell me about that.
It's very nerve-wracking. I'm a very, very private person. And so in a way it feels like I'm sharing the most intimate part of myself with everybody, and so although I'm excited and it's nice, it's very nerve-wracking, but I will say it's given me, I think, beautiful memories that I'll remember forever. I never thought I would be able to have a carpenter take pictures with my family in this way, so that's been really, really special.
So great. Good luck with the premiere.
Thank
Can't wait to see
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
How did you get attracted to Tatti and to this film?
So I have been a producer on a few things, but when I just heard about the story and Tatti is a filmmaker, I was just really proud that she is really destigmatizing, I think, what it means to be an immigrant and the story of immigrants, and really through art showing the humanity that's in all of us, and just showing through tenderness and humor and kindness how we are actually much more alike than we are different from one another, no matter where you're from. And so this story really shows that in a beautiful way. I love also how it's half scripted and half real. I think it feels like it's 3/4 real, you know, and it's just brilliant how she set up these scenes and these circumstances and allowed Keyla to shine as an actress.
But how does it feel to be an EP on this and to see these young filmmakers going through their first world premiere, the first red carpet,
Yeah.
first photo line? What's that like for you? It's a kind of a new
You know,
world
I
for
think it's really cool to be able to, you know, I've obviously been doing this for a very long time, and I think over time you really hope that you're in a position where you can pave the way for others and to make it a little bit easier for someone else. And so if that is my job as a producer, then hopefully that's what I can continue to do. So yeah, I'm a champion of female filmmakers and telling stories around people who don't always get the spotlight.